Richard Weinblatt, former police chief and current police academy director at Seminole Community College.
The other good thing about this, from a police chief's point of view, having been one, I like this, is that aphids come out. These are little confetti things, okay? And you can figure out where these cartridges were fired, and you can download information, what time, temperature, and how many times it was fired and for what duration.
For the latest in news and information, stay tuned to LETN.
From KDDC, this is News for El Paso.
Flash 2 News at 11 starts now.
Great to have you back with us tonight.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We always appreciate your tips.
Should we stand out of the way?
You're out of the line of fire, so you're fine. You're fine.
I'll be in Anaheim.
You'll be in Anaheim. There you go. These things don't go that far.
Blue or black? Is that your favorite color, so that I'll know for when I buy my favorite?
Whatever you wear will be my favorite color.
Okay. Thanks, Roy.
I myself have been shot by a taser. And
it hurts.
It certainly does. I've been pepper sprayed 6 times and shot by a taser once. And I'd rather be pepper sprayed again, to be honest with you. Is that you should always wear your vest. It's part of your basic equipment, just like a firearm would be, just like your baton, just like your handcuff, just like your taser. So should be your bulletproof vest. Richard Weinblatt is a former police chief. Colleges are getting better, especially in the wake of Virginia Tech. Cameras are becoming part of our everyday life.
Former police chief and police academy instructor at Seminole Community College, Richard Weinblatt, knows there are privacy issues at stake. However,
my feeling is if you don't have anything to hide, who cares? Coming out and speaking with people, trying to put a human face on the police department. One of the big things you need to do is you need to talk to your children. Having open-ended communications really, really helps.
From what you know of the facts so far, do you think police acted appropriately in using the taser?
Well, one of the good things about the taser is that it gives officers another option. It gives them more things that they can do other than breaking bones and bashing heads, which was the old style of policing. I would have liked to see a lot more safeguards and a lot more training. Elementary schools especially are very, very good about having plans in place with emergency response guidebooks.
Weinblatt says it never should have dragged out like this. He says Meyer never should have gotten past the first cop's grasp.
I think as soon as he started pulling away, they should have grounded him immediately. They should have given him very clear commands, tasered him, said, put your hands behind your back.
Joining us now to talk more about this is Richard Weinblatt. Richard, you're actually with the Police Academy at Seminole Community College, and you're also a former police chief, so you're soaking in the stuff all the time. Tell me, how are Central Florida schools doing with this?
They're doing as well as can be expected. I mean, all of our hearts, everybody, law enforcement and non-law enforcement alike, our hearts go out to the families and the people affected by the tragedy there at Virginia Tech. Now the barrel, the round will screw, and it will make little marks.
He believes the best way to protect yourself in the long run is to report it early.
In a lot of cases, if you get them early on, they stop. If you let it go, it's kind of like an infection that festers.
Coming here, he's been a guest on the show. Great guest, by the way. He was a former police chief.
So then when we look at this from a local level, how can I find out what crime is like in my neighborhood?
Well, the first thing that you can do is go right to the source of the statistics, which is the FBI. So you can go to www.fbi.gov. It's time for the community and the police to work together.
Was included for the very first time. Richard Weinblatt feels reserves will be playing an increasingly important role in the future.
Apparently fired a shotgun.
But prior to that, at Mayfield High School, one of the suspects bailed out. We don't have a name of that suspect at this point, but he was apprehended by one of the Doñana County Deputy Sheriffs, Deputy Tim Sherman.
And Police Academy Manager Richard Weinblatt